I'm excited to share the biggest update to OutboundSync since I started working on it almost a year ago. And reminder that this is a tool that allows you to sync between Smartlead for cold email and HubSpot. And it allows you to basically send cold email at scale through Smartlead and sync that cold email as natively as possible into HubSpot. So you can connect those cold email campaigns to your HubSpot data, revenue reporting and attribution, handling the inbox and replies and booking meetings and things like that. First, you can now decide whether you want to assign a company owner and a contact owner or not. Before, this was done automatically by default, but now you can decide whether or not you want to do this. You can override basically the existing company contact owner in HubSpot, or you can leave it alone. And you do this when you're building this webhook inside of HubSpot. And the next big one, and this is the big one, is custom contact properties. So we now have a group of 23 custom properties that we're creating as a custom contact property group inside of your HubSpot portal. OutboundSync does this automatically. You don't have to create these at all, and it's got a standardized name and standardized naming convention. These 23 properties basically are the latest that have happened with your campaigns, the latest and greatest. So the latest time you've sent an email, the latest reply that you've gotten, the latest campaign name or ID that you sent to that contact. So as new data flows through from Smartlead to HubSpot, it will be overwritten by OutboundSync with the latest information. And what's neat about this is because these are contact object properties, you can use them now inside of workflows, lists, and views. So you can create a list or a view of contacts inside of HubSpot showing, for example, all of your replies to a campaign and what they've replied. So you can get a sense of, like, on a campaign basis or on a per rep basis, the engagement and responses they're seeing. You can also take the contents of those replies and push them into Slack messages and things like that. So you can get notified specifically what is being said. Because we're dropping this into contact objects, you can also, for example, get notified when a meeting is booked from a cold email campaign. You can create an alert, like an internal email notification, for example, saying, hey, a meeting was just booked with one of our reps. The source was from cold email, and this was the campaign that we were running, or this is the subject line, in case you want that a little bit like more informal, like in between reports type of insight. This is all as it has been. We have the ability to create these tasks, create these timeline events, and then the contact properties. This is what's new. These OutboundSync custom properties. This is where we're now writing to with OutboundSync. And I'll just preview some of the other things that we're working on right now, which is taking unsubscribes from Smartlead campaigns, adding them to a subscription type one-to-one opt-out in HubSpot, and then rolling that back to a permanent Smartlead block list. Something else that we're working on is taking cold email lists that you run through Smartlead, syncing into HubSpot, enriching those, and then running over-the-top paid ads to those same contacts that you're cold emailing. Those are two of the things that we're working on right now. This is live. We've got a lot of new features coming too, but those are some more advanced sort of HubSpot orchestration tools using subscription types and using advertising inside of HubSpot to either handle opt-outs or to increase your the number of channels that you're using to reach out to folks. I'm going to stop here. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and let me know if you have any questions.